What if your emotions weren't just feelings, but powerful forces that could completely reshape your reality? Today, we're diving deep into bipolar disorder, a complex mental health condition that affects millions of people worldwide, yet remains widely misunderstood. I'm here to break down the science, dispel the myths, and help you understand what it really means to live with bipolar disorder. Whether you're learning for yourself, a loved one, or simply expanding your mental health knowledge, this journey will give you the clarity you deserve. Section 1. What is bipolar disorder? Let's start with the basics. Bipolar disorder is a brain-based mental health condition characterized by extreme shifts in mood, energy, and activity levels. But here's what's crucial to understand. This isn't just being moody or having good days and bad days. Think of typical emotions like gentle waves on a lake. Bipolar disorder is more like tsunamis and droughts. The highs soar to extraordinary heights called manic or hypomanic episodes, while the lows plummet into severe depression. These aren't personality quirks or character flaws. Bipolar disorder is a legitimate medical condition that affects approximately 2.8% of adults in the United States alone. The brain chemistry and neural pathways function differently, creating these dramatic mood cycles that can last days, weeks, or even months. What makes bipolar particularly challenging is its unpredictability. Unlike unipolar depression, where someone experiences consistently low mood, bipolar creates a complex dance between emotional extremes that can feel like living multiple lives in one body. Section 2. Types of bipolar disorder. Not all bipolar disorder looks the same. Mental health professionals recognize several distinct types, each with its own pattern and intensity. Bipolar I disorder is what most people picture, full-blown manic episodes that last at least 7 days, or are severe enough to require hospitalization. These manic periods often alternate with major depressive episodes lasting 2 weeks or more. Bipolar II disorder involves milder manic episodes called hypomania, paired with the same severe depressive episodes. Don't let the milder label fool you. The depression in bipolar II can be just as devastating, and hypomania can still significantly impact someone's life. Cyclothymic disorder features numerous periods of hypomanic and depressive symptoms over at least 2 years, but these symptoms don't meet the full criteria for hypomanic or depressive episodes. Think of it as persistent emotional instability. There's also other specified and unspecified bipolar disorders for cases that don't fit neatly into these categories, but still cause significant distress and impairment. Section 3. Manic episodes explained. Let's explore what a manic episode actually looks like, because Hollywood often gets this dramatically wrong. During mania, someone might feel invincible, like they can conquer the world. Their energy skyrockets. They might sleep only 2-3 hours yet feel completely rested. Their thoughts race so fast they can barely keep up, jumping from idea to idea in rapid succession. Common manic symptoms include elevated, euphoric, or irritable mood, decreased need for sleep without fatigue, rapid, pressured speech, racing thoughts and distractibility, grandiose beliefs about oneself, increased goal-directed activity, poor judgment and risky behavior. Here's what's tricky. Mania can initially feel amazing. Creativity soars, confidence peaks, and productivity can be extraordinary. But this high comes with serious risks: reckless spending, inappropriate sexual behavior, substance abuse, or making major life decisions without considering consequences. Hypomania is mania's quieter cousin, similar symptoms but less severe and shorter duration. It might look like having an incredibly productive week, feeling unusually social and confident, or experiencing a burst of creative energy. The key difference is that hypomania doesn't cause severe impairment or require hospitalization. Section 4. Depressive episodes. The depressive side of bipolar disorder is every bit as challenging as the manic phase, and for many people, it's actually the more disabling aspect of the condition. Bipolar depression shares symptoms with major depression, but often has unique characteristics: persistent sadness, hopelessness, or emptiness, loss of interest in activities once enjoyed, significant changes in appetite and sleep patterns, fatigue and decreased energy, difficulty concentrating and making decisions, feelings of worthlessness or excessive guilt, thoughts of death or suicide. What makes bipolar depression particularly cruel is the contrast. After experiencing the heights of mania, feeling capable of anything, the crash into depression can feel like falling from a mountaintop into a deep valley. Many people with bipolar disorder spend more time in depressive episodes than manic ones. This is why bipolar disorder is often initially misdiagnosed as regular depression. The manic episodes might be missed or not recognized as problematic, especially with hypomania. The depression can be so severe that it completely disrupts work, relationships, and basic self-care. It's not laziness or weakness. It's a medical symptom that requires proper treatment and understanding. Section 5. Triggers and causes. What causes bipolar disorder? The honest answer is that we don't have a single, simple explanation, but research has revealed several important factors. Genetics play a significant role. If you have a parent or sibling with bipolar disorder, your risk increases substantially. However, genetics aren't destiny. Many people with family history never develop the condition, while others with no family history do. Brain chemistry and structure differences are also involved. Neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine function differently in people with bipolar disorder. Environmental triggers can activate bipolar disorder in someone who's genetically predisposed. Significant life stressors or trauma, major life changes, sleep disruption, substance abuse, certain medications or medical conditions. It's important to understand that bipolar disorder isn't caused by personal weakness, poor parenting, or moral failings. It's a complex interaction between biology, psychology, and environment that's still being researched by scientists worldwide. Section 6. Myths and misconceptions. Let's tackle some harmful myths that surround bipolar disorder, because misinformation creates stigma and prevents people from seeking help. Myth: bipolar disorder just means being moody or dramatic. Reality: true bipolar episodes are severe, long-lasting, and significantly impair daily functioning. This isn't about personality or dramatics. Myth: people with bipolar disorder are dangerous or violent. Reality: the vast majority of people with bipolar disorder are not violent. They're actually more likely to be victims of violence than perpetrators. Myth: bipolar disorder means you can't live a normal, successful life. Reality: with proper treatment, many people with bipolar disorder lead fulfilling lives, maintain careers, and have healthy relationships. Myth: medication will change your personality or creativity. Reality: effective treatment helps you become more yourself, not less. Many artists and creative professionals successfully manage bipolar disorder while maintaining their creativity. Myth: you can just think your way out of bipolar disorder. Reality: while therapy and lifestyle changes are crucial, bipolar disorder typically requires medical treatment. It's not something you can simply overcome with willpower alone. Section 7. Treatment and hope. Here's the most important message: bipolar disorder is highly treatable. With the right combination of treatments, most people can manage their symptoms effectively and live rich, meaningful lives. Medication often forms the foundation of treatment. Mood stabilizers like lithium or lamotrigine, antipsychotic medications for severe episodes, antidepressants, used carefully with mood stabilizers. Psychotherapy is equally important. Cognitive behavioral therapy helps identify and change negative thought patterns. Interpersonal and social rhythm. Therapy focuses on stabilizing daily routines. Family-focused therapy improves communication and support systems. Lifestyle management can be incredibly powerful. Maintaining regular sleep schedules, monitoring mood patterns, managing stress effectively, avoiding alcohol and drugs, building strong support networks, regular exercise and good nutrition. The key is finding the right combination for each individual. Treatment is rarely one-size-fits-all, and it may take time to find what works best. But with patience, support, and professional help, recovery and stability are absolutely possible. Bipolar disorder is complex, challenging, but ultimately manageable. If you recognize these symptoms in yourself or someone you care about, please reach out to a mental health professional. You're not alone, and help is available. Understanding leads to compassion, and compassion creates the support that everyone deserves on their mental health journey. Thank you for learning with me today, and remember, Mental health matters, and so do you.
Ever feel like your brain is a browser with 37 tabs open, and you don't even know where the music is coming from? Yeah, same. Welcome to life in the 21st century. Constant notifications, never-ending to-do lists, and that inner voice that won't shut up. But don't worry, today we're talking about something super cool, super helpful, and not boring. Mindfulness-based therapy. So what is mindfulness-based therapy anyway? Imagine if therapy and meditation had a chill baby. That's mindfulness-based therapy. It's all about learning to be present in the moment, without judgment. It blends ancient mindfulness practices, think, breathing, awareness, gentle observation, with modern psychology tools to help you deal with stress, anxiety, depression, and more. It helps you stop getting yanked around by your thoughts like a kite in a hurricane. But wait, why is mindfulness helpful? Let's break it down. Your brain loves to time travel. It rewinds to the past. Why did I say that in 2012? Or fast forwards to the future. What if everything goes horribly wrong? But mindfulness anchors you to the now. It teaches you to pause, breathe, and notice what's actually happening, without freaking out or judging yourself. Instead of, oh no, I'm anxious again, you learn to go, I notice I'm feeling anxious. Let's breathe through it. Section 3. Tips and tricks to start using it in real life. Okay, so how do you actually do it? Don't worry, I got you. Tip 1. The 5-4-3-2-1 grounding game. Feel a panic attack coming? Use your senses to ground yourself. 5 things you can see. 4 things you can feel. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. 1 thing you can taste. It's like pressing Control, Alt-Delete on your anxious brain. Tip 2. 60-second mindful breathing. No need to sit on a mountaintop for hours. Just stop. Inhale slowly. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Do this for 60 seconds. That's it. It calms your nervous system and gives your thoughts a mini nap. Tip 3. Mindful eating. Ever eaten an entire bag of chips and then thought, where'd they go? Let's change that. Try eating 1 bite of food slowly. Notice the flavor, the texture, the sound. You'll feel more satisfied and more present. Tip 4. Turn chores into chill time. Doing the dishes. Be present with the warm water and the smell of soap. Vacuuming. Listen to the hum. Feel the rhythm. You don't need more time for mindfulness. You just need to notice what you're already doing. Tip 5. The phone pause. Before you grab your phone in the morning, pause. Take 3 deep breaths. Stretch. Look out the window. It's a tiny habit with a huge effect on your day. Section 4. The therapy part. In a mindfulness-based therapy session, your therapist helps you slow down. You'll learn to observe your thoughts and feelings like clouds passing in the sky, not like hurricanes that carry you away. Over time, you stop reacting to every thought and start responding calmly instead. Section 5. Final thoughts. So whether you're struggling with anxiety, burnout, or just that classic modern brain chaos, mindfulness-based therapy helps you find peace in the present. Start small, breathe, notice. You don't need to change your life. You just need to show up for it. Like this video, hit like, subscribe, and pass it on to someone who could use a little calm. Until next time, just breathe.
What if I told you that your trauma doesn't have to define you forever? That there's actually a step-by-step process that can help you transform your pain into purpose, your wounds into wisdom. I'm about to share 5 science-backed steps that changed everything for me and thousands of others. But first, if this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button because we're diving deep today. Hey everyone! Today we're talking about something that affects millions of people but rarely gets the real, practical guidance it deserves. Healing from trauma. Whether you're dealing with childhood experiences, recent events, or just feeling stuck in patterns that don't serve you, this video is for you. But what I'm sharing today are evidence-based strategies that complement therapy and can accelerate your healing journey. Step 1. Recognize and name it. Step 1 might sound simple, but it's revolutionary. Recognize and name your trauma responses. Here's the thing. Most of us go through life reacting to triggers without understanding why. Maybe you freeze up in conflict, maybe you people please until you're exhausted, or maybe you push people away when they get too close. These aren't character flaws. They're adaptive responses your nervous system created to keep you safe. The game changer is this. Start noticing these patterns without judgment. When you feel that familiar anxiety spike or emotional shutdown, pause and say, "This is my nervous system responding to perceived danger." This simple act of naming creates space between you and your reaction. Step 2. Regulate your nervous system. Step 2 is about teaching your nervous system that you're safe now. Trauma essentially gets your alarm system stuck in the on position. We need to show it how to turn off. Here are 3 techniques that work immediately. First, the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's natural calm response. Second, bilateral stimulation. This is why therapies like EMDR work so well. Simply cross your arms over your chest and alternate tapping your shoulders, or walk while focusing on the left-right movement of your feet. Third, grounding through your senses. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. This brings you into the present moment where you're actually safe. Step 3. Rewrite your story. Step 3 is where real transformation happens, rewriting your story. Not the facts of what happened, but the meaning you've assigned to it. Most trauma survivors carry stories like, "I'm broken, I can't trust anyone," or "bad things always happen to me." These stories made sense when you were surviving, but they don't serve you in recovery. Here's a powerful exercise. Write down the limiting beliefs your trauma created. Then, for each one, ask yourself, what would be possible if this wasn't true? And what evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? For example, if your story is, "I can't trust anyone," look for evidence of trustworthy people in your life. If it's, "I'm powerless," list times you've made choices that changed your circumstances. The goal isn't toxic positivity, it's creating a more complete, accurate narrative that includes your resilience, growth, and capacity for healing. Step 4. Build your support network. Step 4 is crucial because healing doesn't happen in isolation, it happens in relationship. Trauma often teaches us that people are dangerous, but safe relationships are actually one of the most powerful healing tools we have. Start small. Identify one person who feels safe and practice vulnerability in tiny doses. Share something slightly uncomfortable and notice, do they respond with judgment or compassion? Consider joining support groups either in person or online. There's something incredibly healing about being witnessed by people who truly understand your experience. And please consider professional help. Therapy isn't a sign of weakness. It's one of the most courageous things you can do. Look for trauma-informed therapists who specialize in approaches like EMDR, somatic therapy, or trauma-focused CBT. Step 5. Integrate and create meaning. The final step is integration, weaving your healing into a life of purpose and meaning. This is where you transform from survivor to thriver. Ask yourself, how can my experience help others? What gifts have emerged from my journey through darkness? What would you want to tell someone who's where you used to be? This doesn't mean you have to become a therapist or trauma advocate, though you might. It could mean being the friend who really listens, creating art that heals, or simply modeling that recovery as possible. The most powerful reframe is this. Your trauma isn't what's wrong with you, it's what happened to you. And what happened to you has given you unique strength, empathy, and wisdom that the world needs. Call to action. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who might need to hear this message. Your share could be the moment someone realizes they're not alone and that healing is possible. What's one step you're going to take this week toward healing? Drop it in the comments below. Your courage might inspire someone else to take their first step too. And remember, healing isn't linear. There will be good days and hard days, and that's completely normal. What matters is that you keep showing up for yourself. Subscribe for more content on mental health, personal growth, and creating a life you love. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, be gentle with yourself. You're doing better than you think. 3 years ago, I was sitting in my car outside a grocery store, having a full-blown panic attack because I thought I saw my ex with someone new. Today I can laugh about it. What changed? 4 words. Just 4 words that literally rewired my brain. And I'm about to share them with you. Look, if you clicked on this video, chances are you know what anxiety feels like. That crushing feeling in your chest. The racing thoughts that won't shut up. The what-if spirals that make you want to hide under a blanket forever. Maybe it hits you before big presentations. Maybe it's social anxiety that makes parties feel like torture chambers. Or maybe, like me, it's the random Tuesday afternoon panic that comes out of absolutely nowhere. Here's what nobody tells you about anxiety. You've been fighting it all wrong. What if I told you that the solution isn't about controlling your anxiety? It's about changing one simple thought. A thought so powerful that it's been passed down through kings, slaves, billionaires, and broke college students for over 1,000 years. Picture this, ancient Persia. A king who has everything, power, wealth, armies, but he's miserable. Sound familiar? When he wins battles, he gets cocky and makes terrible decisions. When he faces setbacks, he spirals into depression. His mood swings are literally destroying his kingdom. So he calls his wisest advisors and says, "Find me something that will make me happy when I'm sad, and humble when I'm too proud. I'll give you anything." They come back with a simple ring. 4 words engraved inside, "This too shall pass." The king reads it and immediately breaks down crying. Not from sadness, from relief. He finally understood something that changed everything. Abraham Lincoln called this the most important lesson a human being can learn. But here's the crazy part. Most people completely misunderstand what it actually means. The misunderstanding, I used to hate this phrase. Seriously. When I was having panic attacks, when my world was falling apart, people would say, "This too shall pass," and I wanted to scream at them. Easy for you to say, you're not the one whose heart feels like it's going to explode. I thought it was just empty comfort. Meaningless words people say when they don't know what else to offer. I was wrong. Dead wrong. See, most people use "this too shall pass" like a band-aid. They slap it on their anxiety and expect it to magically disappear. But that's not how it works. The real power isn't in making anxiety go away. It's in completely changing how you experience it. And once you understand this difference, everything changes. The breakthrough. Here's what blew my mind. When you're anxious, your brain is basically a time machine that's gone haywire. You're not actually anxious about what's happening right now. You're anxious about imaginary futures. Your brain is showing you a horror movie of everything that could go wrong, and your body is reacting like it's actually happening. That day in the parking lot, I wasn't having a panic attack because I saw my ex. I was having a panic attack because my brain created an entire story. She's moved on, you're pathetic, you'll be alone forever, everyone will judge you. None of that was actually happening. But my nervous system couldn't tell the difference. "This too shall pass" works because it snaps you out of that imaginary future and reconnects you with reality. Reality is this: every single emotion you've ever felt has eventually passed. Every crisis you've survived is now behind you. Every time you thought, "I can't handle this," you were wrong, because you're still here. Your track record for getting through difficult days is 100%. Let that sink in. The method, okay? Here's exactly how to use this. And trust me, there's a right way and a wrong way. Wrong way, using it like a magic eraser. "I'm anxious. This too shall pass. Now I should feel better." Nope. Doesn't work. Right way, using it like a wise friend. "I'm feeling anxious right now, and that's okay. This feeling will pass, just like it always has." Step 1, notice the anxiety without fighting it. Oh, there's that familiar feeling. Step 2, say the phrase with conviction. "This too shall pass." Step 3, connect with proof from your past. Remember a time you felt this way before and how it ended. Step 4, take one small action from this calmer place. Before a job interview, I'm nervous, and that shows I care. This nervousness will pass, and I'll handle whatever happens. During a breakup, this pain is real and intense right now. And I know from experience that even the deepest pain transforms. This too shall pass. Late-night anxiety spiral. My brain is in future fear mode again. These thoughts will quiet down. This too shall pass. The deeper truth, but here's where it gets really beautiful. The more you practice this, the more you realize it's not just about anxiety. Everything passes. The good stuff too. That promotion you're stressed about getting. If you get it, the excitement will pass. If you don't, the disappointment will pass. This makes you more grateful during good times because you know they're precious. And more resilient during hard times because you know they're temporary. I started using this too shall pass during panic attacks, but now I use it when I'm really happy too. It doesn't make me less happy, it makes me more present, more grateful. You start living like someone who knows that change is the only constant. And that's incredibly freeing. The challenge. Here's what I want you to do right now. Think of something that's stressing you out today. Got it? Now say these words out loud. This too shall pass. Notice what happens in your body. Even if it's just a tiny shift, that's the beginning. For the next 7 days, I challenge you to use this phrase every time you feel anxious, stressed, or overwhelmed. Not as a way to push the feeling away, but as a way to remind yourself of the truth. You've survived everything so far, and this will pass too. And here's what I promise will happen. You'll start to trust yourself more. You'll realize you're stronger than your anxiety. You'll remember that you're not broken. You're human. That king from ancient Persia. He wore that ring for the rest of his life. Not because it made his problems disappear, but because it reminded him of something we all forget sometimes. You are not your anxiety. You are the one experiencing anxiety. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing your thoughts. And you, the real you, is unshakable. Everything you're facing right now, everything that feels too big, too scary, too permanent, this too shall pass. And you're going to be more than okay. And you're going to be more than okay.